Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. Here I rank top 10 things. Today I will show you male hottest anime male character. Let's begin. According to Hashirama Senju, Sasuke bears a strong resemblance to Azumi Uchiha, 21. He has black eyes and spiky black hair with a blue tint. Sasuke's hair has hung over his face as bangs since he was a child, which as he gets older he allows to grow longer and, in turn, cover more of his face. By adulthood, his hair completely covers his left eye. He is considered handsome by most girls near his age. Sesshomaru appears handsome and frail-looking and at the same time, appearing as a tall and slender young man. He has fair skin with pointy ears, golden eyes with slick pupils, and waist-length white hair with short bangs. He has a crescent moon on his forehead that can be seen beneath his bangs, 2 stripes on each cheek, and a magenta stripe on each eyelid. When he uses his Dakozo 3 stripes appear on his wrists. Sesshomaru's true form is a giant white dog with markings similar to the ones he has in his human form. His eyes become red with blue irises, the yokai marks on his body widen and become more apparent. The stripes on his cheeks, which are usually smooth, become jagged and change into a somewhat fiercer color, while his mokomoko wraps around his body and extends into his tail. Zero is a tall young man with silky silver hair, snowy white skin and lavender eyes, the latter varying in shade from the manga to anime. Zero is a casual dresser and is usually wearing his school uniform incorrectly with the vest in red tie exposed from under his black jacket. He also wears 5 silver earrings, 3 on his left ear cartilage, top, and 2 on his right, bottom. Zero bears a tattoo, the hunter's seal, on the left side of his neck, originally used to suppress his vampire side, and later used to tame him. He has grown taller as the series progresses. Zero is considered to be attractive and handsome by both day and night class students. Tomo bears many of the traits one might expect from a fox yokai. He is handsome, cunning, sly and possessed of a certain allure that those he meets often find difficult to resist. He does not appear to be wholly unaware of his attractiveness, and is quite pragmatic about employing both his looks and his charms when it suits him. One thing you might not expect is Tomo's unusually strong sense of loyalty and honor. It was largely this that bound him to Agurahu, that kept him standing watch over Nekaji's grumbling shrine for 20 lonely years, and that causes him to go above and beyond the call of duty as Nanami's familiar, even before he realizes his feelings for her. Lelouch is a handsome, young man with black hair and violet eyes, which he inherited from his mother. Lelouch is somewhat scrawny, having little muscle, and like most characters in the series, is rather thin. In spite of this, Lelouch is considerably tall, standing at least a head taller than Callan, and apparently being slightly taller than Suzaku. Lelouch usually wears the Ashford Academy uniform, or the Zero uniform. Outside of Ashford, he wears a crimson jacket with a black shirt underneath and grey trousers. Levi has short, straight black hair styled in an undercut, as well as narrow, intimidating dull blue eyes with dark circles under them and a deceptively youthful face. He is quite short, but his physique is well developed in musculature from extensive vertical maneuvering equipment usage. He is usually either frowning or expressionless. That, plus his extremely calm demeanor, often makes it difficult for others to guess what he is thinking. He is most often seen in his Survey Corps uniform, with a light gray button-up shirt underneath along with his trademark white ascot. When embarking on expeditions outside the walls, he also wears the Survey Corps green hooded cloak. Once, when forced to take leave from his duties due to injury, Levi was seen in a black suit, plain white shirt, ascot, and dress shoes. However, since the beginning of the Uprising arc, he has left the ascot off. For most of the arc, during which the Survey Corps were on the run from the military and monarchy, he simply wore his vertical maneuvering equipment harness over casual clothes. Gray's most prominent feature is his spiky black-colored hair. He has dark blue eyes, and his body is toned and muscular. 6. After the mission on Galuna Island, he gets a scar on his forehead above his left eye that is partially covered by his hair. 7. He also has a cross-shaped scar on his lower abdomen received from using 7-slice dance, blood version on Telu Island. 8. His member stamp is below his collarbone on his right pectoral muscle and is dark blue in color. 9. Unlike almost all other characters, Gray does not consistently wear the same type of clothes, that is, when he is wearing some, though he is often shown wearing some kind of white coat. 10. Still, his most consistent pieces of clothing are his necklace, which resembles a sword with a stone in it, a metal bracelet and a chain which is attached to the belt loops on the right side of his pants. 11. After obtaining Ice Devil Slayer magic from his father, he gains a tattoo symbolizing the magic on his right arm. Following his entry into the Avatar cult, he has seemingly erased his fairy tale mark, replacing it with Avatar's mark, but it turned out to be only an overlay on his black marks. 12-13. Elle is a very slim, tall young man with messy black hair and dark eyes. One of his most noticeable features is the shadow below each of his eyes, a result of him being an insomniac. Elle is always shown to be wearing blue jean trousers and a long-sleeved white shirt. He almost never wears shoes or socks, preferring to go barefoot, even while in public. This was shown when he visited Light Yagami's school and was seen barefoot while sitting on a bench, not bothering to wear his shoes until he got up to walk. Sebastian takes on the appearance of a tall, handsome adult man with black hair, red eyes and pale skin. He typically dresses in the outfit of a butler, which consists of black pants, a 6-button ponytail, and a grey waistcoat. He has the crest of the Phantom Eye house on the wrists of his shirt and his tie. Sebastian also wears white gloves, a pocket watch, and a chain in the form of a silver pin wearing the Phantom Eye crest, traditionally worn by the butler's master of the house. Sebastian, in particular, has black nails. The back of his left hand contains the mark of his Faustian contract with Heaven Phantom Eye. The details of Sebastian's demonic form include black high-heeled boots, sharp claws, fuchsia glowing eyes and sharp teeth with dark wings. 3, 4. Takumi is a tall young man with bright green eyes and spiky blonde hair. As seen in the series, he is very athletic, probably the most athletic male student in Seiko High, and is slender yet muscular. He is the most popular at Seiko High and all the boys and girls admire him, and it is proven many times. Huge evidence is shown when there was a huge contest made just to win Takumi's heart on Valentine's Day. According to Misaki, his hair is really soft, but was supposed to be spiky. Takumi is very handsome, and most of the girls who see him fall for his looks instantly, thus resulting in many broken hearts. Takumi is usually seen wearing the Seiko High School uniform. However, after he transferred to Miyabigoka in his 3rd year, he was seen wearing his Miyabigoka uniform, much to the shock of everybody. He resembles his father more than his mother. Takumi inherited his mother's personality. According to Misaki, he and his half-brother, Gerald, are very similar yet very different. Thanks for watching guys. For new videos like this, subscribe my channel and give me thumbs up if you like.